Hi everyone, welcome to yet another BDotnet Wednesday Hangout. BDotnet Wednesday Hangout is an initiative by Bangalore.net user group where we meet up every Wednesday between 9 to 10 p.m. We try to get in a speaker and then talk about a developer focused topic, and this is streamed live to YouTube. We use Google Hangout for the webinar, and this is a SharePoint month, and we already had 3 interesting sessions on SharePoint this month. And again today we have a session by Destin Joy, who's going to talk about SharePoint 2013 social features enterprise level. So Destin Joy is a Microsoft MVP in SharePoint Server. He is a blogger, author, and a speaker. He also holds a Mindcracker MVP and a Microsoft certified trainer as well. Without wasting much time, I hand over the session to Destin Joy.
Yeah, thanks, Sandeep. Hello, welcome to this session. Sandeep mentioned, my name is Destin, and thanks BDotnet for giving me the opportunity. And this is the first time that I am coming into BDotnet and giving a session on SharePoint. As I mentioned, I'm working as an architect in UST Global Technopark Trivandrum. And Sandeep already mentioned all about me, so I'm going into the next slide. So today what we cover is we are going to see what is meant by sharing, communities, my site, discussion forums, blogs, and then we'll go for a demo kind of thing. So what are things that I'm showing? I will try to relate with our social features that we are using. It may be a Google Hangout or a Facebook or a Twitter kind of thing. So that's all. So we can go into the next slide. So first thing that we will cover is on the sharing kind of thing. So if you are in a Facebook or a LinkedIn or in a any other social kind of media, the first thing that you want trying to do or you maybe like to do is sharing some of your photos or your document or any kind of images to the public or to your colleagues kind of thing or to your friends kind of thing. So that is meant by sharing. So SharePoint also giving you the SharePoint 2013 also giving you an option or a flexibility of sharing your things across your enterprise level. So all the topic that I am talking is about the incorporating or utilizing the SharePoint social features in an enterprise level, because in most of the organization won't be allowing Facebook or Twitter inside the organization. So I am trying to relate all the social features that SharePoint having into the enterprise level of organizations. Okay, so you can think of utilizing these social features of SharePoint inside your organization. So that is what we are trying to, that I am trying to do here. So the first thing is on sharing. So we have a SharePoint, as you know already, we have a SharePoint starting from SharePoint 2007 or 2003. So all this having we don't have any option of sharing a document or a sharing kind of thing. So what we have to do is we have to upload the document or we have to upload the material that you want to share with others in a SharePoint document library, and then give a permission kind of thing, and give the link of the document or an image or a photo through email. So that's what we are following in all the ways. So user has to first upload the document or image, then give the permission, these kind of things that we have followed. But coming into the SharePoint 2013, so we'll talk to that where we are going. So this is one of the problem that we are faced on sharing kind of thing. And another sharing problem that we have experienced in SharePoint 2003 to 2010 is we can only request access if you have no access at all. There is no clear way to ask for any additional access. You can't share with others if you don't know how a grant permission right, which only owners have kind of thing. So these are the common sharing problems that we faced on SharePoint 2003 to SharePoint 2010. So SharePoint 2013 onwards, Microsoft come up with a new idea of sharing. It solves all these problems. If you have a document, if you have an image or a photo of you, you can share it, but just clicking on a share button on the document library or in the document. So it will automatically send a notification to the user who you are sending, like in Facebook or in Google Hangout. So the requester or whom you are sending the sharing the photo or image will get a notification. Same time, you don't have to worry about giving a permission to that user in your SharePoint site. SharePoint will automatically take care of giving permission in the SharePoint site. Okay, so if you have a full control, or if you have a full control or a permission in the SharePoint will automatically add the external user or your colleague to whom you are sharing the image in the SharePoint site. If you don't have a permission, it will the request your request for adding the particular user will be forwarded to the administrator of your SharePoint site. So the administrator will get a queue kind of thing to add the users. We can see the screens. And this is the process that I have mentioned. So we will go with the demo once we get once I am coming with the sharing process and complete the sharing process kind of thing. So sharing limited user rights. This I mentioned. If you don't have a right privilege to add a user into SharePoint, you don't have to worry. You can add the user as I can seen here, and you can give a personal message here and just share it. So the administrator will get a notification on this is the user have added this particular user in SharePoint. He can approve or reject kind of thing. So that is the flexibility that we have in sharing process in SharePoint 2013. We can see this is admin view. So we can see these are the people. These are the pending requests that is already there. So he can approve or he can reject this kind of request. So you can see these are the requests you already coming into the SharePoint administrator. So this is a user he given, and this is pending status. He can get the click on this and he can approve the status. And another advantage is the admin may not be aware about whether this particular request is needed or not. So while requesting, it's also the admin can have another flexibility of chat with the requester. Suppose I am adding a user A, and I can tell the administrator this is the reason that I am adding a user A into the SharePoint, or I am sharing this document with the user A. So the to the user A, the administrator can chat and he can see it is discussed on requested on this time and date, and we can see there is a conversation button, right? So we can type, the administrator can write or type the content why you need a permission or you want to share this document with someone else. You can type the questions there, and he can get the reply from the user who is sharing it to the another person. So that flexibility is there. So you don't have to do these kind of things offline, or you don't have to send multiple emails to get notified about the sharing process. So for granting access, so you can see there is a chat already going between these two people. So he is asking about what kind of permission he is giving. So based on this, the requester or the administrator can select particular different types of permission from the SharePoint side, and they can add to the corresponding groups. So that's about the sharing. So limited user sharing that I already mentioned. So if you don't have an access, it will already go to the administrator. Administrator will have a flexibility of chatting with you through a chat window. So all the charts will be monitored, and it will be created or added in the SharePoint content database kind of thing. So it will be used for the future reference. So I just go with the demo. So you can see there is a one document you can see, right? So suppose I want to share this document, you have to just click on the button on this, the document or image, and you can just click on share. So this means you are already sharing this document, and you can type the name of the user you want, or you can type the email address, enter names or email address. Suppose the user is already in your organization, you can type the name. The username will be populated by default. And if the user is not in your company and you want to share it to the users outside your organization, then you can type the email address with what name you want, that kind of thing you can add. So the email by email address or with the AD user ID you can share, and you can type. I'm just sharing into the Destin, it's already one user here, and you can type your personal message, he kind of thing. So it's a image that I am sharing. So and you can just share by clicking on share button. So this automatically add that user to the SharePoint site, and this user will get a notification on the what content, whether it will be a link or an image or a document you are sharing. He will get the notification on that, and from here itself you can change the permission, what kind of permission you want to provide to the end user, whether he can edit the document or he can view the document. That kind of permission also you can change from the window on the top. Okay, and another thing that you will be doing on Facebook or a Twitter kind of thing will be you are following something, right? So if you are uploading a document or an image, you want to follow that, you would like to follow that particular document kind of thing, right? So what are happening in that particular document, or what all changes happening, or who all are liking that document or image, these kind of things you want to be notified. That also possible. There is something called a follow button, so you can just click on the follow button. So what are happening on the document or image, you will be notified. So this image I just added, so you can follow that image. So you will get a notification on what all users are commenting on that particular image, or what all changes happening on that particular image, you will get notified. So you can see shared with a lot of people. So here you can see this image is already shared with some multiple people. So you can get what are details with that user also, but that image. So this is the URL, and if you want to get the URL, you can take it from here also. So like similarly in Facebook, you can share the document with or image with the multiple people, or you can follow a particular image or a particular document that you have uploaded in the document library. So that feature is already covered in SharePoint, the sharing as well as the following features. Then and just come going with the other community sites, then we go with another demo. So share community sites is another social collaboration platform that SharePoint is providing for the that the organization can make use of in their organization. So this is something called you can consider it as a chat conversation or a blogging site kind of thing, or you can consider it as a micro blogging site. So we can, this is the interface of a particular community site, and normally it will come with the welcome screen that you can see from here, and discussion that is happening like in Facebook or Twitter kind of thing is also will be displayed here. You can chat with the one person, or you can chat to a already chatting conversation. You can join on the chat conversation. These kind of things will be there, and all the discussion will be rolled upon as you can see here. And there is a members and reputation settings like you can see in the MSDN forums and all. If you are replying to a particular question, you will be getting 1 star. These kind of things will also will be there, and even you can customize that. So I will show you that once I am going with the demo. And this community page you can start in your organization as a social community or a music community kind of thing. So you will get a people with the same kind of interest in this particular community. So what are features that we are seeing in all the social media like Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, you can make use of in SharePoint in an enterprise level in inside your organization. Okay, so I'm going with the communities and reputations. So this is built on the concept of discussions, likes, ratings, badges, and reputations. Community can be created by using a new site definition. So and another new feature is community sites are available in site collection level as well as on the site level. So it is easy for an end user kind of perspective, or even if it is an administrator kind of perspective, they can just start creating the site or a site collection from the SharePoint site. And it's also using a wiki page infrastructure, so the architecture is solid. A community is based on set of functionalities and lists that exist in the community. So community design, content is organized by categories with each UI comprised of images and data. So you have a SharePoint, this comes with a better UI currently, so you can, it is an HTML5 kind of thing. So if you are a developer kind of things, there are lot of themes available, and if you want to customize it, you can do it with the help of HTML5 and SharePoint Designer. And you don't have to worry about what kind of tools you are using. Also, you can either use SharePoint Designer, or if the user designer may not be comfortable with the SharePoint Designer, you can use a Photoshop to design the HTML, or Adobe Premiere kind of thing you can use. So whatever things you are using, it is fine. There is a design manager kind of things in SharePoint, so the designer can upload the HTML content into SharePoint master page kind of thing. So the master page, we can set it for the SharePoint. And all these features, even if you are following or sharing these kind of things, there is APIs available. So if you are a developer, you can make use of these APIs or a client object model to enhance the sharing process, or a following process kind of thing. So you can even get the documents why a particular person is following, or a particular hashtag is following, using APIs. So that is there. So if you want to integrate it with any other system in your organization, like PeopleSoft or any other system, you can make use of that. So all these things is available as a web service or a REST service. So you can utilize that to capture, or if you want to display this kind of content in any other system, you can make use of that. Or if you want to customize the look and feel and display the content in a different way in SharePoint, that also you can do with the client object model, or a REST service, or SharePoint web service using a visual web part, or a content editor web part, or a category web part kind of thing. And coming to the community, community also have a star, like star feature, or a like kind of thing also will be there. I can show you that once I'm going with the demo. And most of the communities, there are discussions, a lot of discussions happening, right? So you cannot handle how many requests are coming, how many discussions are going on. The people may be coming, and there are multiple kinds of discussions will be happening, right? And you cannot control who is responding to a particular discussion topic also. And you will get a lot of multiple people, and you will get a lot of people replying, and a lot of people contributing to the community, right? So there are chances, like some of the discussions may be harmful to your organization. So that you can handle. There is something called abuse, or moderator to act on kind of thing. So if you want to moderate this kind of non-ethical, or something that is not something that is harmful to your organization kind of thing, you can enable report abuse link. So that feature is already there. So you can enable that, so that the users, or end users, or even any normal user who is coming into the community, seeing some kind of discussion and feels it is not good, it is not good for your organization kind of thing, they can just click and make it as abuse. So the administrator will get an information, or a notification, there is some messages that is harmful to the organization kind of thing. So he can delete that, or he can edit this kind of content to that. So that is a normal forum kind of things that is already there in communities. So you can start communities created for your SharePoint site inside your organization, for multiple type of communities, like a music club, or a social club, these kind of things you can make use of that. So what is the advantage is, you will get a same thinking, or same kind of interest people in your community. So your community can be grown to the next level. So you can understand how many of your employees are having a same level of interest in a particular community level. So this is a particular community conversation and replies kind of thing. So you can see this particular user is replying to a particular post, and you can see these are the stars he's getting, right? So there is one star or a one badge to him. So the community contributions can be arranged based on, if he is replying to a particular post, he will get a 5 points. If some of your replies marked as answer, you want to get a 10 points to that guy. That all things you can configure. And this will increase the confidence, or this will increase your community contribution by the employees. So employees may be motivated to give more contributions to your community sites. So this is normally a SharePoint discussion forum kind of thing. There are some additions, like badges and lags will be added. So that is the only difference. Most of the things are similar to your discussion forum. So community honest tools. These tools are security trimmed. So you can see there are managed tools in community sites. These tools are security trimmed. So normal users or community members cannot see these kind of boxes. So this can be seen only by the administrator of the community. So only this community administrator can see the community tools like this. So that is already taking care of the security part of that. So only the modern forum contributor or a forum moderator or a community moderator can see these kind of tools to manage the community. So then comes to the rating models and settings. So this I already mentioned. So this is for star rating kind of thing. Suppose you want to make your community for a rating kind of things, like or a star kind of rating that you can do. So this kind of thing already there in Facebook and other social medias. So that feature is already there that you can make use of in your community activities in SharePoint. So as a organization, if you are not using Facebook, but you can utilize the same features in your SharePoint. You can make SharePoint as the social platform that for you to collaborate with the multiple teams or multiple employees in your organization. So this is called people reputation is impacted by activities. So it is for tracking your reputation. So as I mentioned already, so there is a screen that you can see right on the bottom of my desktop. So you can see there is a creating a new post, you will get 1 points. Replying to a post, you can get 5 points. Members post or reply gets like the received rating of 4 or 5 star, you will get 10 points kind of thing. So this is a ranking mechanism or a reputation mechanism that you can provide to the community members. So if he is replying to a new post, you can make him 1 point, or replying to a particular post, you can make it as a 5 points kind of thing. So this will increase the more employees motivation, and it will increase the usage to contribute more on your community kind of thing. So community standing, this is the threshold, or this is the way the administrator can handle how much point he needs to go to the next level in your community. So some may be expert in this community area, some may be expert or they are contributing more in or in your community in social media. So this is the way that you are recognizing the community member who is contributing more. So you can set for achieving into the level 2 or level 3 how many points you need. So for achieving the level 300 points, I have just set for 100 points. So achieving 100 points, he has to go through the replying post or making the your discussion topic as marked as answer, this kind of thing. So then only you can go to the higher levels of thing. So this is called badges. And yeah, two types of community standing you can mention. Whether you can make it as a test based level 1, level 2, level 3, level 5 kind of thing, or you can make it as a um, right or badges kind of thing. So I can show that. So you can see there is a badges on, you can see this is a badge and this is the test. So you can mention the level 1, you can make it as a rookie, advanced rookie, contributor, advanced contributor, superstar kind of thing, or you can go with the display achievement level as an image kind of thing also. Okay. So there are badges also. There are two types. The that is one way is the achieved badges. So the whenever you are contributing to the community, you will by default you will get some badges kind of thing. For 10 points, you are getting 1 star. 30 points, you are getting another 2 star kind of thing. And another way is if you are an administrator, if you feel some of the members are contributing more, you can give more badges to that particular user. This is called gifted badges. So that can be gifted by an administrator or moderator of your community. So this is community members and my membership. So this is a display form where if I want to see where I am and how many points I need to move into the next level, or if I want to get to the second person who is, or a first person who is contributing more into the community, how many points I needed. This page will help you to recognize where you stand and how many points you need to move into the next level. This is called community members and my membership session. So this I already mentioned, report abuse. So if you see some report, some replies making as a abuse kind of thing. So if you want to report to the moderator, you can just click on the replay, and you can just click on the discussion or a topic you want to make it notify to the administrator, and click on report abuse. So you will get a notification, thank you, administrator will soon look into your report kind of message. And the administrator get a notification on his SharePoint site, and he can look into the abused or a reported discussions, and he can take corrective actions if needed. So I just cover my sites also, and I will go with the presentation. So my site is another social feature. It is similar to a profile of your LinkedIn or in your Facebook kind of thing. So this is the page that other users are recognizing you. So you can have a private area where you can upload your document or your image kind of thing. So even other people can search you, and they can follow you kind of thing. So the following also, there is one feature in SharePoint My Sites. So you can follow people, sites, documents, tags kind of thing. Hashtag also will be supported in SharePoint 2013. So if you are a Twitter user, more if you are a more utilizing Twitter kind of thing, and you are more familiar with the hashtags, right? So hashtag also will be supported in SharePoint. We can type a hashtag, and even other users can follow that hashtag. That feature also will be there. And other means of following are people, sites, and documents. So you can even follow a person or a particular site or a particular document, or as I mentioned, you can even follow a tag hashtag. Following has a common user interface experience. So all the users will get a common kind of interface. So you can see if I am following a particular site, I will, if I click on a particular site and follow, you will get a notification now following this site. So the user also will get an impression that you are following this kind of this particular site or a particular person. So this is the particular person. You can see if you search on the people, you will get the people details, and you can even follow that particular person also by clicking on the follow button on the bottom. So what all changes, or what all messages, or what all discussions, what all documents he is uploading, you will also get a notified on the activities that he is doing. So it is similar to the Twitter. You are following a particular person, or if you are following a particular person in LinkedIn, you will get all the activities he is doing, right? So similarly, you will also get a notification on what are the people doing in that particular area. Other than that, that's only about the person you are following. You don't, there is other way of following. You can even follow a document. Suppose you there is a document called design document kind of thing, and you are an architect or you are a developer kind of thing. So this design document we already shared with the client. So some other architects or some other developers, some changes, some made some changes into the particular document, and you want to get a notification on that. Otherwise you have to every day you have to go to the document and check whether any changes happened. So this you can follow a document. So any change is happening into that particular document, you will be get notified. Okay, so I am following, and there is a option like you can see it's maybe already there in all the social kind of site. So you will get an idea about in my site how many people you are following, how many document you are following, how many sites you are following, and how many tags hashtag you are following. So that also will be taken care in SharePoint. So following a people, as I mentioned, you can even follow a person, or you can even follow a document set, or even a hashtag kind of thing. So that will be covered. Sites also you can follow. So you can see there is a community sites, or a campus test community site, ignite IT pro putting community feedback kind of site. So sites also you can follow. So what are happening on, if some person is uploading any document, or some person is changing the content of your SharePoint site, and you will get a notification in your my site. Following documents, so documents is following a document is one of the great feature that I expected, or I feel it is very good feature, because most of the organizations are working on documents, PPTs, these kind of things, right? So you may be sharing it with your client or with your colleagues, so you don't have to worry about what all changes happening in this particular document. So there may be some changes happening in the document, or there may not be some changes happening in the particular document, right? So whenever any change is happening, you will get a notification. So you don't have to worry if there is any changes happening in a particular document, so that will be taken care. So following a hashtag, people who may be more interested or more familiar with Twitter, you can aware in Twitter you can create hashtag. So for a particular event or a particular topic kind of thing. So if any event is happening in your organization, suppose HR is organizing some dance club or a dance competition kind of thing. So HR team can go for a hashtag, hash dance or dance club kind of thing. So people who are interested on this kind of activities, they can just follow clicking by in the hashtag and click on follow. So they will get notified on the hashtag or what are happening in that hashtag kind of thing. And even you can search with the hashtag. So whatever communication happened in the hashtag will be, you will get an option to for search that hashtag options. So that also will be taken care. Following tags I already mentioned. So you can even follow a tag also. So that's with the presentation. So I am just going with the demo. So this I already mentioned, this is a SharePoint site, a basic SharePoint site. So if an image you can follow, or you can share it with anyone you want to like. And here is a, you can see I already have created a hashtag called Destin. So you can see that hashtag already given, already popped up. So if you create any hashtag, so if you type the first two letters of the hashtag, SharePoint will automatically pull out the hashtag for you, so you don't have to type the full hashtag for you. It may be similar to the Twitter. So you can take hashtag and you can comment on that good kind of thing, then you can just post it. You can see, and you can, even if you want to have upload a picture, that also you can take and you can upload that kind of thing. So just going into the community site, and as I mentioned, this hashtag is also APIs are available. And if you want to take the what are discussions happening on the hashtag, you can make use of the SharePoint search APIs to get the details. And following also there is APIs available, so you can filter based on how many people are following this particular document, or how many people are following a particular image. This kind of things you can get from the SharePoint API. Okay, so I'm just going with the community site. So for I just show you how to create a community site first. So this is your SharePoint settings. You can just go into site content and you can just go down. There's a new subsite. You can click on new subsite, and from the collaboration part, you can take a community and give a community name. It may be a social club or a music club kind of thing, or it may be a dance club. You can give the name, give the description, give the URL here. You will get and go down and click create to create a community site for you. So I already created a community site named a community. So I just already have the community site. So the normal community site will look like this, and you can see there is a community tools. So this box is security trimmed. So this can be seen only by the community moderator. If it is a normal user, you cannot see that. And these are the discussion that is going on in the community. And if you want to get the new discussion happening, you may be open this particular page very long time, and you want to get the details about or a new discussion that is happening. You can just click on the refresh button. You will get all the new discussions happening. For adding a new discussion, it is very easy. You can just click on a new discussion, and a pop-up will come. So you can type a new discussion here. So you can give us a subject, and you can give the questions here, and you can make it as a question. If you want to get answers to, you are looking for answers to a question, you can make it as answer, and you can select the corresponding category and click save. And you have all the flexibility of adding images, these kind of things on the top, and you can insert images. So you can see this particular discussion is added. So it is similar to your Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. You may be aware already on the uh, ribbon UI. So you can paste, or if you want to insert any video, picture, these kind of things you can do. You can share it with your colleagues. You can embed it from if your video is in YouTube, that also you can embed, and if the video is in your SharePoint, that also you can do, or if it is from any other third party address, that also you can do from address. And suppose if you want to share any particular document, you can upload a particular document from here, and you have all the options of making a table. These kind of things will be there. And just going into the discussion forum that we added, there is one discussion that I have already added. You can see here, suppose any user is coming and they want to just reply to that post, you can just click on the post here, and you can just click on reply, and it is very fast. You can just give a reply to that particular post, and you have all the options of like that particular post. You can just like that, or you can mark it as a feature. I am getting these all features because I'm an administrator. You can make it as a mark as featured. This kind of things also we can do. That is will be by default, it will be there. Just going into the home page back. So on the right side, you can see there are what all things are happening. There are two members. There are there are two members and 7 discussions going on, and total there are 5 replies. And these are the top contributors in this particular community site. So top contributors will be displayed on the right corner. So this will give others an idea about what is happening in this particular community. And there is called manage discussions. This box is security trimmed. This can be seen by only by the administrator or community moderator. If you click on manage discussions, you can see the administrator don't have to go into each discussion and see that. He can see what are discussion happening here, and if you feel any of the discussions is something wrong, we can edit that, or if you want to share it with someone else, you can do that. So suppose if you want to follow a particular document, that also you can do. So this will be there. So that things will already taken care. So these things you can easily feature discussion. So you can make it as a feature discussion. And if you want to like, unlike, these kind of things also we can do from here. And if you want to delete any discussion, that also you can do by just clicking on delete item from here. So this you can compare as a Facebook page where you can any members of Facebook group or a LinkedIn group where many users of with the same interest are coming and chatting with each other. So you can compare to that. So you can make use of the all the features, most of the features of LinkedIn and Facebook inside this with that is aligned with your organization policies and security policies kind of thing. And this is I'm going to the second topic called create categories. So this I already mentioned. When you create a discussion, you can categorize it based on your thing. So there is only one category I have added, general. Suppose you want to add a new category, you can just click on new item. So you can click on new item to add a new discussion topic if you want category. So it may be a general category, or it may be a something related technical kind of thing. You can click on new item to add a new category here. I'm not going to add. I'm just going back. Okay, so create badges. So if you want to, I'm just going with the create badges link here. So this is like mentioned, if you want to add a badges, expert, professional kind of things, you can give a badge name here. So I will go into details about that. So this is just giving a badge name here. There is other links that we can add more reputation settings. So assign. So I am going with the reputation settings here. Click on reputation settings. Then I come to assign badges session. So you can see here allow items in the list to be rated. So we can make it a S if you want to rate a mechanism. So currently it is going as like, suppose you want to change it into a star, we can click on star and click on OK. It will take some time to change the settings to from lag to star. So all these things, what are things I have shown, there are APIs available, or you can even use a client object model to get the discussions that is happening in your community site, or you can use a REST service or a SharePoint web service. If you are not comfortable with the REST or a web service, there are SharePoint object model available. You can use of SP object model to get the discussions happening in this particular community site. And if you want to display it in any other site, or if you want to get a count of how many discussions happening, these all things you can take it from SharePoint APIs. So now I have changed it into a start. So if you click on any of the discussions that is happening, you can see that is changed into a star. Earlier it was a like, so suppose if you want to like this, you can just click on the star. You can see it is changing. You can select how many stars you are giving into this. And if multiple people are giving rating to this particular discussion, SharePoint will take care. There is a timer job running on behind, so SharePoint will consolidate the ratings that you have provided, and the consolidated star rating will be given here on whenever the timer job is running. So the timer job can be configured based on your organization requirement. You can configure this particular timer job should run every 30 minutes or 15 minutes, or you can configure to run in a daily once kind of thing, or in a weekly once kind of thing that you can configure if your server farm is very small. So that flexibility is there. So based on your configuration, SharePoint the timer job will consolidate the ratings that you have provided to each thing and provide it here. So that is the way you can change the reputation settings. The You can change from a like to star. So I'm just going into the reputation settings once again to show you the rest of the options. So this is under, so this I already mentioned, you can make it as a like or a star. So these are the uh, contribution settings that you can mention. So creating a new post, you can make it as a 10 points. If you create a post in your community, the user will get 10 points. You can make it as a 0 or a 1. Create a new point, he will get 1 point, or a 50 points kind of things you can mention. So you can configure it. So suppose any person is coming and replying to a particular discussion, can get 10 points kind of thing. That also you can specify. So members post replying, get a like or a receive a rating of 4 or 5 stars, he can make it 10. Marked as best reply, you can make it as a 100 point. So this by default it will be, the points will be like this, so you can change that. And coming into the achievement level points, so this is the level 1. You can set, if to coming into the level 1 you need more than 0 points. So to coming into the level 2 he needs to be 100 points kind of thing. So how you can get this point is from the configuration I have shown here. So if you have replying, creating a post, new post, you will get 50 points. Replying to a post, you will get 10 points. So contributing more, you are going into the next level of kind of thing. Okay, so I'm just going down. So this is called the achievement level representation. Okay, so we can represent the contribution in different ways. We can make it as a badge, or you can make it as a display as a test. So it is by default it will be a badge, and this you cannot customize because these are images. What you can do is you cannot change the color because it is not coming from a CSS kind of thing. It is actually an image. But based on, if you are going with a different theme, it is a blue theme I am using, right? So if you want to go into a different theme kind of thing, what you can do is you can for each theme there will be a corresponding image in the layouts images folder. So you can customize that. You can change the images in a different way, or you can create your own same width height images to apply there. So by default, SharePoint, what are the themes you are changing, SharePoint will automatically add, or it will automatically have these kind of same color images in the layouts folder. So if you are creating your own theme, what you can do is you cannot customize the existing ones. What you can do is you can create your own images for the display level or a achievement representation level and upload it in the SharePoint side. And here level 1, what you want to represent that. So what is the name you want to, so if it will be a beginner or an expert you want to mention, you can make it as an expert. Okay, so it will be a beginner or expert or advanced expert or kind of thing, or that test you want to display that you can make, or if you don't want image, if you want only a test that you can do. So I'm just going with the default option level 1 and just clicking OK. So it will take some time for changing the settings because there are some discussions already happened. So all the discussions it needs to change to the test based reputation. So it is done. So if I go into the home page, you can see it's a level 1. Earlier it was a um, it is an image kind of thing. So even if I am going into the next level, I will get a two rectangles kind of thing. So now it is a level 1 is a image. It is a test now. So if you want to make it as an image, a rectangle kind of image or a bar, you can change that. So I just changing it into the image other than a test. So if now if you go to the home page,
Destin, there is a question. Do you want to take it up?
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So the question is from Prabhanjan. His question is, can we change the number of levels?
uh yeah, I rephrase it. So your question is whether I can change the reputation level, right?
Yeah, the number of levels, yes.
Yeah, so you cannot do that. Actually, there is a level from level 1 to level 4 only. So you cannot change or you cannot add more levels to that. You have to go with the level 1 to level 5 only. What you can customize is the points you need to go into the next level that you can customize. And
Okay,
normally you cannot even customize these images also, but as I mentioned, you can go with different kinds of images to replace or has an alternative to that. Other than that, you cannot add more levels to that.
fine.
Okay, I'm just going and showing it once again the image that I have shown. So it's now I change it into a rectangle. You can see instead of the level 1 level 2 this image. So that's with that, and I'm going with the community settings once again. So your reputation settings I have done, so I'm going with the community settings. So here you can see most of the communities, if you start a community now, most of the communities are branding it based on I have started in this month or this date kind of thing, right? So you can set when you established this, you may be established community very long back, right? And you may be moving into the SharePoint community recently. Earlier than that, you may be using your community through emails or you through some other discussion forum kind of thing, right? Now your organization started a community site. Now you want to move into the SharePoint community, right? So in that, the establishment date you can change. You can mention when it was established actually. So the SharePoint community may be started today, but your community may be established very long back, that you can mention here and you can change that. And there's one more option called enable reporting of offensive content. So this I already done or given your presentation. Through my presentation there is an option, if you feel some of the content are offensive to the organization, we can click that and enable a report to the administrator kind of option that you can do. So what is the advantage of using SharePoint in your organization level is, even though Facebook or Twitter or any other social media may be banned or blocked by your proxy, you can make use of SharePoint to replace or make use of almost all the features of your Facebook or a Twitter in your inside your SharePoint. So you can make use of that. So and all the activities that you are doing is tracked. So who done what, that is already tracked in the database. So at any time we can take that. And there is, if you, as I mentioned, as I enabled the report to moderator option, you can see that the report to moderator is already came here. So any topic, if you want to report to moderator, you can click on report to moderator kind of things to notify the moderator. So what is happening in that. So I'm going to the review reporter post. So this can seen only by the moderator. So if anyone report any topic as a report to moderator, so I'm just showing you the how the way. So I'm just saying it is not good or some problem with this particular topic. I'm just reporting it. So you can see there is a thank you administrator will look into this report. So you will get a notification by instantly. So the administrator, you don't have to worry about which all the things are made as abused kind of thing. So what he can do is he can just go into the review reporter post kind of link here. So this link will be enabled if you enable offensive content notification on the screen that I actually shown earlier. So he can see the post and how many reports for that particular post. If 5 members are report making or are notifying you this content is somewhat offensive kind of thing, you will get how many people are reported to that and how many rating he have got that. So he can click on this. You don't have to worry about where the discussion is happening. It may be happened very long back or it may be 1 year back kind of thing. So you don't have to worry about that. You can just click on that. You will be not redirect to that particular topic, and if you feel it is not offensive kind of thing, you can just dismiss that report, or if you want to delete that you can do, and if you want to edit that particular post, that also you can do by clicking on edit the comment. Okay, so that's with that. And as I mentioned earlier, so this is particular SharePoint community side, and as I mentioned earlier, you can even follow a person or a document or a hashtag, or even you can follow this particular site. You can just click on follow site. So that is by default that you already aware about it in Facebook, or you may be making use of that particular kind of thing, so that will be available. You can use that. So this is called assign badges to members. As I mentioned, there are two types of badges. Some badges are acquired by contributing more in the community, and some badges and community moderator feels this particular guy is giving more contribution to this particular community, or he may be doing some activities that offline to the community. So it may be social activity kind of thing, right? So most of the things you may not be publishing. Some of the activities you may not be publishing in online. So you may be doing something offline and you want to contribute that particular guy with some more badges, that also you can do from the administrative screen. I'm just going into, because we have only 4 minutes of time, so I'm just going into the my site. I just give an introduction to that. So this I mentioned earlier. So this is something that your profile. So how we can do is we can click on your name and just click on about me. So this is something a profile kind of thing. So you already have it, this kind of things in Facebook or a LinkedIn kind of things. There is a page, the others are seeing you. So for example, one you may be going to meet one particular guy in your organization and you don't have any idea about who is he or what is his interest or what he is doing kind of thing. So my site is an option for you to get an idea about what he is doing and what are the activities he's doing. So you can he these are my activities in the last some time. So you can see this, I have replied or rated this thing, or I have replied to this particular post, and about me, and I can the users can write something about you. So what are things he have written here, he can get from here, and he can get more details about this particular person from here. And if I'm going back, just going back, and SharePoint is already coming with a fast search inbuilt. So so if you want to search any content, you will get a everything as a uh, Google kind of thing. So if you search Google, you will get a preview of the document already there, right? So that kind of flexibility is already there. So if you want to search that kind of thing, so that will be there. So I don't think it is configured correctly in my face, so let me try. So that can also will be there. So if you want to get any discussion topic, or if you want to get, yeah, it is there. So if you want, so if you click on any document or any kind of thing, so you can get a preview of that. You can get more details about the discussion here. So you can even filter this based on the different kind of things. If it is a people, you can do. So if I search Destin on a people, so you can get that person particular, what are users happening or what are users having, the name starting with the Destin. You can see it here, right? So I can just go into also it's my name itself, so I can search for another user here. So I'm just searching, just going to his my site. So this is a way you can search more people, and you can see here, and you can see there is a follow button, follow this particular person. So suppose you want to follow this particular person, you can just click on follow. Now what all activities that particular person is happening or doing, you will get in the activity field of your my site. So it is very easy for you to track or follow a particular person or document kind of thing. So that's all with my presentation on the social features of SharePoint. So I try to relate all the social features to the social media that you are using, Facebook or LinkedIn kind of thing. So try to make use of in your organization if you are interested. And there are APIs available, so if you want to customize or get more details, you can use that. And my email address is destin.joy@hotmail.com. So if you want to get any other details, you can email me. That is, my name is destin.joy@hotmail.com.
Yeah.
Thank you, BDotnet team, for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, Destin, we have a question from Prabhanjan again. Can we customize up to
Yeah, yeah.
3 levels instead of 5 levels?
Your question is, I didn't get it clearly. So, your question is, you want to customize, so you want to add more levels to the
No,
forum, or
it's like
you
having
want to
less levels.
customize.
Having less levels because there in the UI when you showed 5 different levels, right? Level 1 to 5. I think Prabhajan's question is more
Correct,
of
correct.
can we just have 3 levels instead of having 5 levels?
Yeah, that you can do. So, what you can do is, initially it is configured for 5 levels. You can ignore the other levels. You don't have to add the fifth level and fourth level. You can
Okay,
make it as a zero. So you can make for a level 1 0 point, level 2 5 points, level 3 we can make it 100 points. So it will come only 3 points. So the fourth, fifth one it won't be appear for you. Go into
okay.
the test level contribution.
Hmm. I think
Okay.
that's all the questions that we have. Thanks, Destin Joy, for an interesting session on SharePoint, especially the social features in SharePoint 2013. Well, I personally got to know about some of the social features like community sites, badges, tags, etc. Yeah, so uh, thanks everyone for attending the session. The recorded sessions are available for on-demand viewing from the B.NET YouTube channel. The URL for the B.NET YouTube channel is youtube.com/B.NET TV. I repeat again, it's youtube.com/B.NET TV. Our next B.NET Wednesday Hangout session is on June 4th. That's next Wednesday. And until then, we are signing off. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandil. Thank you all.